Day 3 of documenting attempting to heal the Swede. I will heal the Swede. Was it healed today? We made good progress. My practice was well useful. So today I was like, I would really recommend having a practice. Something happened, and because I remembered yesterday, and you've got to try and remember the tricks of the trade, I was like, not giving into that compulsion. Fuck you. I went in today with brave. So the similar things happened from yesterday, like, don't really like the word, but it's the best word to use. Like, triggers were happening. I just was dealing with them bad. Until I didn't. But then, you know, I did for a while, so that's good. Well, no, I still am. So the problems that I'm dealing with at the moment, I don't want to get overly too specific because I want to keep it so it's relevant to as many things as possible. But one of the things I struggle with is like looping, fixating, and thinking the worst and blah, 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 and I get really stuck on it. But, and, you know, if I do something, I tend to like be like, oh, why did I do that? And that's what, right now, I'm like, I did something that wasn't optimal, and then I'm trying to remember my own tip, which is like, it's done now, mate. You've done it. You can just like see what happens and deal with it as it comes, but you can't change what you did. So just let it go. Well, easier said than done. So this is why meditation is helpful. Is so like when a thought comes when you're meditating, the idea isn't to like run away from the thought, be like, don't think. It's like when it comes, you can acknowledge it and then let it go. So this is helpful in everyday life, especially with the issues I am dealing with. Do you remember that stupid program? Stupid, might not have been stupid. Do you remember that program? We'll edit that out. That program where there's like a conveyor belt, and you have to, the contestants had to remember the stuff, and then it had that little like figure, the wooden figure guy. But that program, I kind of think of that now. So when a thought comes, I just like picture it on the conveyor belt. So I'm like, I just look at it and go, huh, so that's a thought. Whoop, and then it's gone. And when that happens, you don't fixate on it, because what seems to happen is when you get like, everyone gets intrusive thoughts, but it's like what energy you put into them. So I tend to, if you have one that you really don't want, that sticks, and then that's when you start looping. But if you can just practice like the, that's funny, being the watcher, basically. But it took me like quite a while, actually, to learn that, and I still don't fully embed it, otherwise I wouldn't have a Swede problem. Is just be careful of what you're putting in you. So food, I've eaten watermelon today. And nuts and dates. Obviously, or intermittent fasting for me, along with a cold shower, is like a non-negotiable. And going outside. And there's more, but I've only got 3 minutes in a row. And I'm not good at being snappy. So I'll see you tomorrow.